find the value of 1 over 1 plus square root of 2 plus 1 over square root of 2 plus square root of 3 plus etc. plus 1 over square root of 8 plus square root of 9. That's the value we have to find it out. How you can do this is, you just consider the first term 1 over 1 plus square root of 2. If we make this square root to be whole number, then our problem becomes easy. So for that we have to take the conjugate of this. What is conjugate of this term? 1 minus square root of 2 divided by 1 minus multiple and divide that conjugate without changing this value. So we have to rationalize this number, that is make the denominator to be a whole number like this. Okay, so what is 1 into 1 times 1 minus square root of 2? The same number, 1 minus square root of 2 divided by, this is a plus b and this is a minus b. When you square the multiply this, you get the answer is a squared minus b squared. What is a here is 1 squared minus b here is square root of 2 the whole squared. So 1 minus square root of 2 divided by 1 squared is 1 minus square root of 2 the whole squared is 2. So you get the value as 1 minus square root of 2 divided by 1 minus 2. Now consider the second term, 1 plus square root of 2 plus square root of 3. You have to take the conjugate, square root of 2 minus square root of 3 divided by square root of 2 minus square root of 3. 1 times this is again square root of 2 minus square root of 3 divided by this term a plus b into a minus b, that is a squared minus b squared, square root of 2 the whole square minus square root of 3 the whole square, which is equal to square root of 2 minus square root of 3 divided by this square and square root get cancelled, that is square root of 2 the square root of whole square is 2 minus 3 we have. Okay, I think you got the idea here. First term you have, you just change the sign of the denominator and write it in the numerator, 1 minus square root of 2 divided by, and remove the square root in the denominator. The second term is here in the same way, square root of 2 minus square root of 3 divided by 2 minus 3. What about this term? Yes, you are right. Square root of 3 minus square root of 4 divided by 3 minus 4. Like that you have to write it. So we have to substitute all the values here. So what is this value? That is, this will be equal to, you just change the sign of the denominator and write it in the numerator, and divided by, you just remove the remove the square root and change the sign and write it. That's it. Plus the second term, that is the answer we got it, isn't it? The same way, second term you have to write it as square root of 2 minus square root of 3 divided by 2 minus 3. That is the thing we got it, isn't it? Yes, you're right. Next term will be equal to square root of 3 minus square root of 4 divided by 3 minus 4. Plus next term will be equal to square root of 4 minus square root of 5 divided by 4 minus 5 plus etc. plus square root of 8 minus square root of 9 divided by 8 minus 9. Okay, so which is equal to 1 minus square root of 2 divided by 1 minus of, that is 1 minus 2 is minus 1, because the largest number here is 2. So you have to put the sign of the largest number, minus 1, plus square root of 2 minus square root of 3 is divided by 2 minus 3 is minus 1, plus square root of 3 minus square root of 4 divided by 3 minus 1 is minus 1, and again here square root of 4 minus square root of 5 divided by minus 1 plus etc. square root of 8 minus square root of 9 divided by minus 1. Like that you have. So what you have to do is, you just take the negative to the sign to the numerator. So you have minus 1 plus square root. Here this term goes to numerator, it becomes minus. Here this becomes plus, minus of minus plus, and here minus root 2 plus, and next term is, you have to take this minus here, minus root 3, and minus minus it becomes plus root 4, and here you have plus minus root 4 minus minus it becomes plus root 5, plus what about the next term? Sorry, here you have a minus, so minus root 5 plus root 6. Next term will be minus root 6 plus root 7. Next term is minus root 7 plus root 8. Next term is minus root 8 plus root 9. We get the last term. And what is the next one? We have here plus 2 minus root 2 get cancelled, plus root 3 minus root 3 plus root 4 minus root 4 plus root 5 minus root 5. These two terms get cancelled, and these two terms get cancelled, and these two terms get cancelled. So final term you have as minus 1 plus root 9. What is root 9? Minus 1 plus root 9 is 3. So minus 1 plus 3 value is equal to 2. That is the value of this summation. So the value is